Hey everybody, how's it going? Today is April 28th, 2022. It's a Thursday. You know what that means? It's time for Monster Strike News, and we've got a big one. It is going through the details of the upcoming Na探偵 Conan, Detective Conan, Case Closed, however you want to call it. That's the next gotcha collab that's coming up, and I am excited because, like I said in the last news video, this is actually an anime that I am familiar with, so I am super happy about it and really excited for what is going to come. So, without further ado, let's go into the gacha first and take a look at which three monsters get the prized 5, 6, or 6-star roll of the gacha. First, of course, we start with Edogawa Konan here. He is a water type, and his abilities looks like the following. We've got Super Null Damage Wall, Right Position Slayer M. Again, that means any monster that's situated on the right side of the map is a target for that Slayer. It is an M level as well. We also have Protection, so any attacks under a certain threshold are immediately floored down to 1 damage. We also have shield mode, which is basically the defense version of the various powers that you get on the start of each stage. This one they said 25% increase in defense. And then we also have on the gauge we've got super null warp and standard null magic circle. So obviously, that skill set is really nice. You got a Slayer on the main, which will, take bonuses on the bump combos, which, I guess let's go through the strike shot first. It is a 16 plus 8 speed and power up for a set amount of turns. Keep that in mind. It is a set amount of turns. And all hit walls are turned into healing walls. And then once you are done moving, Conan will fire a sleeping dart towards the closest enemy. I mean, obviously that is very much in theme with the, skills of Conan here, so that's pretty awesome. The bump combo is soccer ball, but it's basically just a charge shot with the, a soccer ball motif added to it, which is cool. And we also have Chozetsu Pierce Spread EL3, which is also going to be a water type. So that's pretty cool to see because, right, Conan is a balance type. You slap on a super type scroll onto him and you are going to get some nice bonus damage out of those bomb combos. We've got super null damage wall and super null warp, which is great to see. You also see null magic circle, solid ability to have a null. I don't think any monster is going to, fall out of, falling with having null magic circle in their pocket. And just so, those two, protection bump combos with the protection and the shield mode is very interesting to see as well. Alright, let's move on to Amuro Toru here. He is our second gacha monster for the Conan collab. We've got the light type for him here, and his abilities are super null gravity barrier, null damage wall, super laser stop, and then on the gauge we have null speed down wall and status effect inner strength. Strike shot is a 16 plus 8 damage wall, gravity barrier, warps, mines are nulled, and delays all hit enemies. And this is, when I first saw this, I was like, what? And reduces all friendly hit, all the friendly units you hit. It reduces their strike shot turns by half. That is insane. Now, obviously, you are going to probably want to use... that means monsters who have high strike shots have the ability to have their strike shot count cut in half. Maybe once they use it once, you use the strike shot on them again, and you have the ability to use that again at half the time, which is really, really... sounds really powerful. I don't know if it's going to work in action. This isn't something that you want to, wait to use, right? Like all the other monsters, right? You want to use their strike shot so that you can have it to try and use it again, I think. Maybe I could be thinking about it incorrectly here, but that's really very interesting to think about. Monsters that you would expect to only play their strike shot once, you might be able to get a second, round out of them. Bump combo is a nice, I think also powerful right round spark along with the triangle bomb. So that's a that's a solid kit for him as well. It's a pure speed type as well, so you're gonna be able to do a lot of bad things, I think, with him here. Um, yeah, I mean it's very interesting, right? You got damage wall and gravity barrier. Gravity barrier being a super, which means you're gonna get even more speed out of him. You also get super laser stop to help you, reduce damage for other monsters and do a little bit of healing, maybe. And then null speed down wall, one of the newer gimmicks as well. Getting that in your skill set, good to see. All right, the third gacha monster is going to be Akai Shuichi here in the dark element. He is a bounce balance type, and the abilities are Minesweeper EL, along with null magic circle, laser stop, all on the main. On the gauge, you've got super null speed down wall and vital slayer M. I think that's solid as well. Strike shot 16 plus 8, speed and power up, and then for a set amount of turns, I believe they said it was 3 after. They're talking about it after the fact. After every friendly turn ends, he fires at enemies. Now, I'm guessing at all enemies, because it doesn't really, in the Japanese, it didn't say specifically nearest enemy or hit enemies. So, if so, that'll be really interesting, especially on the power that the strike shot, fires every turn, essentially. After you make your move and before the enemies make their move, that's when that follow-up activates. So very interesting strike shot. Bump combo is marking missile and super bullet, solid bump combos as well. Now, of course, you see that they don't have any elements to it, so the balance won't be able to take advantage of it. But still, those are strong bump combos nonetheless. So very interesting skill set here. And as always, we're going to have to wait to see the official videos to see them in play to really see how strong, these strike shots are actually going to be. So, of course, we'll go into the, technical gritty, cannot speak today, nitty gritty details later in my rundown video for the gacha, if you are interested on the details of the strike shot. But for me, because I am super motivated to try and get these monsters, I will probably have that video out quicker than usual. And the 4 5-star monsters for this collab are going to be Haibara Ai and Moriran Ne-chan there. Gotta 90 luck these characters, right? Cannot wait. And this was actually a surprise to me as well. The collab begins at midnight, May 1st, Japan time. Of course, you may be aware that in Japan that they're going to be kicking off Golden Week very soon. And so, of course, that's probably why they are ready to go right away for this collab. Starting on a Sunday, I believe, is pretty rare for this game. So, nonetheless, starting at midnight as well. So, unfortunately, that's the wee hours for those of you in the States. So, that's fine. I'll wait a little bit. I'm going to sleep in on a weekend. Sleep is important. Anyways, this collab is lasting for 2 weeks, so starting on the 1st, you'll be able to go. Of course, for the first few days, there's no rate ups for individual monsters. If you want to start with the gacha that way, that's your option. But later on, you will have daily, changes for which monster gets the ever so slightest rate up in their percentage. Some people, stand by that. Some people think it works the other way, but keep that in mind as you gacha. Of course, as you gacha, there's also these EX bonuses for a 10 pull. Again, this only applies if you do a 10 pull. Singles will not apply here. But you will get one of these 9 good job stickers themed after Conan. You're guaranteed to get a unique one every 10 pulls, so you'll never get a dupe. So if you want all 9, you need to do 90 10 pulls. 9 10 pulls to get them all. And of course, as is the theme with Monster Strike nowadays, with a collab is a paid collab starter pack to help get newer people in with a fairly strong monster, as well as other items to help you out starting the game. This time we've got a combo character of Edogawa Konan and Furuya Rei. Those two are together there. And that combo here gives you Super Null Gravity Barrier, Null Magic Circle, Gauge, Multiplier, Retainment, No block, strike shot turn reducer on the gauge. The last two are on the gauge. Strike shot is a 16 plus 8 speed and power up and will reveal all hit enemies' weak points and will reveal all friendly status effects as well as any magic circle effects. Remember, in general, when it says status effects, magic circle doesn't apply, but it does apply for this Conan and Rei combo here. Bump combo is Grow Sphere and Super Defense Down Blast, Pierce and Spread Speed type as well. And this is a pretty solid skill set here, right? Super no gravity barrier, no magic circle, and no block. Those two very, solid abilities for sure. Getting a gauge multiplier retainment, of course, you see that, here and there with monsters that have no block on their gauge. So definitely a solid monster. Definitely, if you are willing to spend money in this game, seems like a solid purchase. And of course, if you are starting the game and you want a strong monster, this is going to be a nice one to kick you off as well. Of course, you've got the abilities a little bit, a little bit nichey there with Magic Circle and Block. They don't really help with, dealing with damage gimmicks, but still, very, very solid set, I think. And of course, as is always the case, this is of course to help newer people out. If you have this monster, it will function as a max luck monster despite the fact that it only has 5 luck to begin with. That of course only applies during the collab. Once the collab is over, it'll go back to a standard 5 luck monster. And since you can only buy 1 pack per striker, there's no way to max luck this monster. But again, for the duration of the collab, it functions as a max luck. Now, let's take a look at the event monsters for the collab here. We've got Hattori Heiji here, bourbon, vermouth, vodka, and candy and corn. And those are your 5 quests that we will be, standard 5 quests that you'll be taking on for the collab. Because, of course, there will be an Insidious quest here. Kaito Kid is going to be here as the Insidious Chokyu Kyoku quest. He is a light type, and the way his Insidious quest works is when you clear a collab quest, of course, let me say that again. When you clear a collab quest, there is a rare chance that an invade will happen. Kaito Kid will probably throw his calling card there, and you can use that to take on his quest. You can get that calling card whether you hosted a quest or joined by guests. So do not worry about the fact, if you need to host, that would be bad for the game. You just see people hosting on Game With, right? Using that one calling card, you can take on his quest. And for his quest, all monsters will be featured at plus 99 luck. So you just need to bring your OP monsters. This makes me think that the quest will be slightly on the easier side because you will basically have to wait for that invade to happen, which is pure luck. And if it's too difficult, waiting to get that luck-based quest, despite the fact that, it's going to be super hard difficulty, doesn't make sense. And of course, the fact that it is Detective Conan, higher chance that kids will be more interested in joining this game. So I believe that the difficulty will be on the lower scale here to complete Kaito Kid here. So that's just my guess. We'll see if that's reality or not, but I don't think it's going to be too hard. Now, we've got a laboratory here that we can play around with, and basically how this laboratory works is that when you clear collab quests, every chest you earn in a collab quest will contribute to the invention of an item. Each chest is a +1 to discovering the next item that the professor here is going to make. And once you hit 15, you will be able to randomly get 1 of 4 inventions, which you can use to help you out with event quests. You've got the watch here on the top left, and that delays all monsters on the map and on a map entry by 1 turn. You got the skateboard on the top right, which means you'll start the game with all of your strike shots charged. On the bottom left, the shoes will increase your attack and bump combo damage by 20%. That's for you and all of your friendly monsters, of course. And the last one is it will increase the experience by 50. Now, the important thing here is that these items can be used on any event quests. It does not say collab quests. It says any event quests, right? So when you go to your home screen, you click the event menu. Anything on there is eligible to use these 4 inventions. So keep that in mind, because now maybe if you're taking on an easy Gozetsu quest or whatever gives the highest amount of EXP nowadays, you can increase your EXP by 50. That's pretty cool. Getting a bonus attack of your bump combos and, just attack in general by 20%, that could do damage to certain stages that you maybe couldn't clear before. So, interesting thought here. These items could wreak some havoc on event quests. Very interesting. The implications here are interesting. Okay, so also, there's always these little fun events specific to the collab. Here we've got a daily search that you can take on. Basically, Mori Kogoro is, the famous detective here who's going to be looking into all of these investigations. Every day you'll be able to take on 1 search task. 12 hours after you take that on, you will be able to get the rewards for that. Don't need to do anything. You just pick one and get the rewards. Now, I can also tell you that every single quest that you take on there, you are guaranteed to get some Mori Kogoro, which of course, you can see we've got him in his special mode there, which of course is just Conan, sleep darting him and talking for his behalf. But here are the 11 missions that you can take on and the rewards you can get. I'm assuming you do each one once to get the rewards. Otherwise, it would be... actually, no. I guess only 8, 9, and 8 through 11 you can only do once. Right? Everything else you can repeat to your heart's desire. So that's interesting. Like if you just, number 4 will give you a pass to Kaito Kids quest. 5 is more links. I could actually use a lot of that. Now, of course, 7, you're like, what the heck is that? I don't know. Oh, by the way, each mission will give you 10 copies of Kogoro there. So as long as you do it every day, you should be able to easily max luck Kogoro there. But I'm sure some of you could guess that, it looks like an Abelberry scroll. And yes, it is specific to the collab monsters. So any Detective Conan collab monsters will be able to use that Abelberry scroll and get a slot. That way, you must use it by the 18th, however. It is one of those use it or lose it deals. So make sure if you pick up that reward, you do not forget to use it. And of course, we've got some daily login bonuses. Every day, you'll be getting 10 copies of those detectives there. Their banter is always nice, right? On day 2 and 5, you'll get a Tokudama in your box just for logging in, and on day 3 you'll get a Edogawa Conan good job sticker for free. Day 3. And as expected, the daily login monsters will function as max lux during the duration of the collab. So regardless of their current luck, they will be plus 99. Again, helping out newer players to, hopefully kickstart the game for them. But of course, if you want to make sure that they stay max lux after the collab, make sure you actually finish it. But again, you just need to log in to make that a reality. And that's it for the Detective Conan collab. There is other stuff. I'm sure it'll come later. But for now, we are good. And the only other thing that we're going to talk about before we leave is a Transcension Kai that's coming up next week. And that will be featuring Monst Clover here. And his stats look like the following. We've got Minesweeper M, Deity and Fiend Slayer L. We also have a Deity and Fiend Resist M, and we've got Null Speed Down Wall on the gauge. Connect skill is Super Null Gravity Barrier and Super Strike Shot Turn XL. The requirement here is to have 2 or more different types than himself, so you just got to have 2 other non-blast types in your team. Strike Shot is a 12 plus 8 speed and power up and will reveal all the enemies' weak point of the enemies you hit, of course. And the bump combo is a wood all enemy lock on laser EL along with super defense down blast. Sounds really strong, to be honest. So I'm looking forward to seeing him in action. I did check. I have 3 copies of him. Now, of course, because of his connect skill ability there, if you want to really maximize his output, at most you can use 2 of him. So of course, always keep that in mind on whether you want to completely, transcend Kai your team or not. And of course, like I was saying, his release date is going to be noon next Tuesday. Alright, and that's it. Next news will be on May 5th, which undoubtedly we are going to get something come up afterwards, because before or after we got the news of what is coming up, look at that. Gluttoneel is going to be a lucky monster right away. So hopefully you finish him. There's not much time left for that. We got the classic. Next, Conan's hint. And we got shot glass. And of course, this could be various things here. Now, of course, I think one notable bad guy that we are missing in, all of, the Conan collab is, we've got vodka there, vermouth, bourbon, but we don't have gin. And I think vodka and gin go together, right? As being, the first enemies that we are introduced in the anime. So certainly that is something that you would, is that something you put in a shot glass? I don't know. Other thing that I said in the Discord was that maybe we're gonna get Transcension Kai for the liquor monsters. So tequila, for example, could be a candidate for something out of that. So we'll see what this next Conan's hint is actually hinting at for next week. I'm excited, and as you guys can probably tell, cannot wait for the collab to start. So I will be spending probably as many orbs as necessary to get, hopefully I can complete the gacha, but I just know that Lady Luck, sometimes it just knows when you really like something, and it's not gonna let you have it. So I'm a little scared on the results, but there's nothing I can do. Just hope for the best, and we'll see how that gacha goes. Anyways, let me know how you feel about the collab and all that information we got today. If you're excited, let me know. And if you are as excited as I am, hit that like button, subscribe, comment. Like I said, Discord is available to talk with other folks. And of course, ENG Monst have all of these slides available if you want to review them once again. That is it for me today. Thank you for watching. Enjoy the few days off you have before things go crazy. And until next time, bye-bye.